up, guys? Welcome to the BFF Report. I'm your host, Mike B.A.K. Phony, and today we're going to be talking about Everquest. That trip, we're going all the way back. This is a classic BFF report. That's right. We're going all the way back to like late 90s or something when this game came out, and we're going to check this thing out. Lots of expansions since then, like 20 of them or something, so game has probably changed just a little bit.
Alright, character creation! There are 16 races to choose from. That's a lot of races, man. Come on. It's like, so first of all, let's talk about this for a second. You know, it seems kind of odd that there are 16 races in this game, and in other games you get like, I don't know, 8 or 10. But it also makes sense. This game has been out for like 50 years, and they have 50 expansions, so somewhere along the line, they were like, you know what, maybe we should throw in a race or two, just kind of spice things up a little bit, add a little bit of variety, some replay value, I don't know. And on top of that, majority of them, if not all, because I'm honest, I didn't make 16 characters, they pretty much all have their own starting zone. Where you at now, current MMOs? Come on, dudes. So I'm flipping through here trying to find the right character for me because this is my first time playing Everquest, the original, the classic, right? And I find this frog, and it comes in red and black, and I'm like, wow, it's crazy. That looks exactly like the Ofagapamilio from Central America. Weren't you guys kind of thinking the same thing? So I went with it, right? And I was like, cool name. Let's see. Sup, girl, frog legs. All right, enter. Oh, denied. Okay. Maybe the girl. Okay. Sup, girl with a U, frog legs. Bam. Denied again. Okay. You know what? I'm probably not gonna win this fight. So let's see. There we go. Oh, that's accepted, huh? Crazy. Okay, story time. Arius, the big gentleman right here, just revived you and has a plan to break out of the big house by jumping the jailer gorilla monkey and looting his keys. Once you have the keys in your possession, it will trigger a port that will take you to an Al-Qaeda cave hideout where you will learn how to perform other in-game functions, such as utilizing keywords to communicate with NPCs. Let me explain. So, whenever you hail somebody, they can say something to you, and they will give like a keyword in brackets, and you would just type out, and they would react. In this case, he says, would you like to be blessed? And I say, yes, sir, blessed balls. And he's like, task complete. See how it works? And I'll be honest, it really didn't take long for me to figure out this works on just about everything. But that's not the only thing I learned. I actually learned relatively quickly that one of my spells is an AoE spell, and you shouldn't use it around NPCs. It makes them angry. I also found that you can randomly find items that are worth so much money that you can turn around and buy entire outfits with it. I don't understand how that makes any sense. I've never been in a game where at level 3 or 4 or whatever, I find an item that pays for an entire vended armor set. It didn't take me long to realize that while sitting down does restore health and mana fairly quickly, dying actually restores it much, much faster. That is until, of course, you hit the level where they start penalizing for dying and losing XP and all that good stuff. But until then, I highly recommend this. Now that I've gained a few levels, I decided to venture out into the real world where I am instructed to go meet a specific NPC, and he is in here somewhere. But the real news about EQ isn't centered around their normal servers, it's all about the progression servers. In case you haven't heard, SOE decided to release a few vanilla realms that are devoid of all the changes that came with the 17 expansions that followed. That pretty much means that these are old school servers, right? Well, let's go check it out. Here I am with my awesome new vanilla character, Zug Zug. And the first thing I do is hail Warrior Guildmaster Guntrick in hopes of receiving a fancy quest. Following the same rules I learned previously, I attempted to communicate with him and receive some sort of direction. That shit didn't work out at all. So I tried another NPC. Nothing. So now I'm not entirely sure what it is that I'm supposed to do, but I decided to stick to the classic RPG rule of talk to everyone and continue hailing people until I get something. I get nothing. So I managed to find my way out of this encampment and start killing mobs. And the first thing I notice is that there are dead bodies pretty much all over the place. So many, in fact, that I actually had to go to eq.zam.com to search for these names, and it turned up nothing. So I guess these are all just rage quitters or people that are really bad at AFKing. Anyways, I have to hand it to these guys for being one of the few games that provides such a variety of mobs scattered throughout the zones. Where else could you find such a dense assortment of giant spiders, snakes, zombies, and this guy? Since I wasn't really getting anywhere, I decided to re-roll again. This time I got to run around in this wintry snow village where everyone wears very little clothing considering the surrounding environments. Ran around outside for a bit to grind it up, and oh look, 4 different mob types. It's all within my little screen here, isn't that crazy? Okay, last reroll, and this time when I hailed someone, they actually gave me direction. Kind of. Miss Verisu tells me a cool story and says that I will be rewarded for every 2 bat wings and 2 snake fangs that I bring to her. So I thought I had this one nailed, right? Wrong. I spent the next 30 minutes unable to make my way out of the starting city. I swear I tried everything, the portals, the doors, all this stuff, and all this f***ing MS Paint map didn't do shit for me either. Apparently I'm not the only one. I found Home Dude here and I followed him around for a solid 10 minutes and he was also lost, clearly. So let's go ahead and recap. First, the grind in old EverQuest is legendary, and I totally get now why EQ nerds get all offended when people complain about a grind in games like WoW. Second, people who are conditioned for modern day MMOs will have a difficult time understanding the appeal of these old games. And what is that exactly? It's the fact that you had to actually learn how to play the game. That was part of the attraction, that was part of the experience, and what made EQ so big in the first place. The only game I can think of off the top of my head that actually punishes you in a sense is Mortal Online. There are probably some other ones, but outside of that, we've really changed as a demographic, right? Like we get into games and they teach us everything. And in old EverQuest, they don't teach you shit. But I'll be honest, I had tons of friends that played this game, and I just couldn't quite get into it, which is fine, to each his own. But, I mean, while you guys are doing this day-long corpse run, I was doing this. I'm not saying there was anything wrong with these corpse runs. I totally get why they're not in the new progression servers. Alright guys, so what do you guys think? You guys maybe want, like, every few months or something like that, me take a look at an old game or something like that, a little retro BFF action? Let me know in the comments below, at AKMikeB on Twitter and Facebook, and I will see you guys soon. Because I might do Eve soon. Maybe. Don't know that.